Greetings, Rajee Narinesingh here, transgender activist, author, and actress. I'm out here in LA, guys. I'm not going to say too much, but you might see me on TV again. I'll be like, I'm back! Yeah, nothing's in stone yet, so that's all I'll say, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, I'm here in LA. The Grammys are going on right now as we speak. I'm actually watching them while I do the video. Bruno Mars just finished performing, and when I tell you, I'm like, oh my God, so close, but yet so far. All those fabulous performers, and they're like right here, not very far away from me. So, Bruno Mars, oh my God, when I tell you that man, oh, he's so talented. He can move. Boy, can he move. Very good looking. It's a little short, but hell, when you're laying down, everyone is the same size. And I've had a few short boyfriends. I'll tell you, not that I'm all that tall, but, it's really the swagger of a person. The way they carry themselves. Honey, when I just watched him, oh my God, the way he was moving on that stage. Anyway, let me stop. So listen, I had an experience on Friday and I wanted to share with you guys and get some feedback because I don't know, maybe I'm taking it the wrong way. On Friday, I went into the hospital and I had a colonoscopy and I also had another procedure that had to be done. Got through it fine. I'm feeling pretty good, not 100% yet. Still a little sore and not feeling like completely back to normal. But I think I did pretty damn good. I traveled out here to LA and that was about a 6-hour flight. So I think I did pretty good. But anyway, Friday, when I went to the hospital, I had been at this hospital before, a few years back. So a couple of the staff members remembered me and they recognized me from when I went a couple years back. But also I was recognized, by strangers in the lobby and other staff members that didn't know me from a few years back, for being on the show and everything. So these two staff members came out and they both looked at me, a guy and a girl, and they were like, "Are you?" And all I did was smile, and they're like, "Oh my God! Can I get a picture? Can I get a picture?" And then the security guard wanted a picture, and then the intake lady wanted a picture, and then this other staff member, and then a nurse came out, she wanted a picture. I was like, oh, it was like a domino effect. But a lot of love, and it kind of eased me, a little bit, put me at ease because I was a little nervous. And so, I'm sitting there waiting to be called in, and they call me in. I would say the majority of the staff they were excellent, and they treated me so good. My intake nurse, the nurse that prepped me for surgery, IV and just got me ready, prepared. She was fabulous. From Trinidad, and it's so funny. She said when she saw my name, she was expecting to see like this real Indian looking person come in, and because I'm mixed, my dad was Indian. Here I am, like, and you got all this mixture going on, and but then she eventually asked me, like, where does your name originate from? Because I have a completely Indian name. So I told her, and she's like, I knew it. So anyway, it was great with her, and there was another nurse I was waiting. She wasn't even working in the area that I was in, but she came over and she pulled the curtain over and she says, she whispered, "I love you. Oh my God, I saw you on TV and I just had to tell you I love you." I was like, thank you, and so really good vibes. My doctor, Dr. Shockett, wonderful. And even the people in the operating room overall was nice. There were a few of them that were like reserved, but they weren't being like standoffish to me. They were just, reserved. So, but in general, fabulous. So that propofol, honey, when I tell you, La La Land, oh my God, I was knocked out. And next thing I know, I'm being, waking up in recovery. So my recovery nurse, she was pretty nice. Um, Nothing over the top, friendly, but I would say, in general, she was nice. She was kind. Um, but there was another nurse in recovery, and I thought she was African American, and then I heard her accent, and I'm like 95% sure she was Jamaican. Oh, I'm good with the accents, honey. Each island has their own distinctive sound, and I'm pretty good. So I'm 95% sure she was Jamaican. So the vibe right away, because like I saw her looking over at me, and I like kind of smiled, but I was still kind of like getting myself together from the anesthesia. And she just kind of looked at me. She didn't say anything, and I just felt that energy. So anyway, my nurse got me some cranberry juice, and I'm recovering, and I'm starting to feel more awake. And so then she says to me, well, if you feel well enough, you can sit up and try to get dressed. So they pulled the curtain, and now I'm a girl that wears perfume. I love perfume, guys. I'm sorry. It's just me. I love my spritzes and my creams and all of that. And, before I went to surgery, of course, I bathed really good, and I, had I washed my hair, and I had perfume on, and I lotioned, and, so you were already, I'm sure they were smelling it on me. And then my purse, honey, this purse, it smells like perfume. So the aroma was definitely working its way around. So anyway, the after I got dressed, I spritzed a little behind my ears, but nothing, not a lot. But I just like to kind of like freshen up a little because I just had surgery and I was getting ready to leave. So my nurse, comes and she pulls the curtain over and she's like, your perfume. And I said, oh, I'm sorry. I said, okay, don't worry, I won't spray anymore. And I said, you're probably smelling a combination of what was already on me in my bag, and then I just spritzed a little. So anyway, I got myself together and I pulled the curtain back and I said, listen, my ride's coming, but he probably won't be here for about a half hour. I can go out in the lobby and wait. No, 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 you can't go out in the lobby. You have to wait here. And she pointed to some chairs for me to go over and sit. So I said, okay. So I went and sat down, and then this nurse comes back in, the one nurse of color, I think that's Jamaican. And honey, when I tell you performance, holding her nose and like she's gonna pass out, and she's getting so sick, and oh my God. And then like pacing back and forth, it was just. And then my nurse says to her, oh, I don't want you to get sick, you want me to get you a mask? And then she walks out the room. Not my nurse, the Jamaican, I think she's Jamaican, but the island. I'll say the nurse that was from one of the islands. She walks back out. So my nurse looks at me and says, listen, I really think you need to go in the lobby because your perfume. And I looked at her. I wanted to get up and slap the shit out of her. No, let me stop. Oh, God. No, but because it was like, I told you I would go out in the lobby from the first place, and you told me I couldn't. Now you're running me out of here, So anyway, I left, and I have to say, I really did leave feeling bad. I was embarrassed. I felt upset that I had made her so sick. I mean, she just like, it was like, really like, oh my God, I thought she was going to pass out. And so when I got home, I thought about it. Now, I'll tell you, I am the type of person, when I get good customer service, I will even take time out to write letters of commendation. Like, I will write a letter about the good service that I received. And as a matter of fact, a few years back when I went for a procedure, I wrote 4 letters about 4 different staff members that I had, commending them on the great service and care that I received. So, and actually 2 of them saw me and thanked me for the letters I wrote. So, on Friday they saw me. So, anyway, I'm that type of person, but I'm also the type, when I need to complain about something, I do that too. Okay, so now I'm sitting home, my ass is bleeding because I just had a baby, a 10-pound baby. No, but I'm still kind of like out of it from the anesthesia, but I'm laying there and I'm thinking, now, should I complain? Because I'm saying to myself, 90% of my experience this time was good. It was very good. But I said, then there's this 10% with this nurse, and I'm like going back and forth, really just trying to decide. And then all of a sudden I said, you know what, damn it, I'm going to complain. Because this nurse works in the colorectal division of the hospital. I am sure she has smelt scents from patients that were way worse than the scent of my perfume. And if she was, even if, let's say, giving her the benefit of the doubt, she was that sick from it, there was a better way to handle it. So, to me, this was a teaching moment for everyone. Me, for like thinking about, oh, maybe I shouldn't spritz as much, and kind of be aware of people that are sensitive to perfumes. And for her, that, she shouldn't be acting like an ass in front of a patient. No. Oh, honey, believe me, guys, I'm sweet, but when I get mad, ooh. So anyway, I called patient relations. I got the recordings. I left a message giving a little bit of the incident and that happened. Literally less than 5 minutes, I got a call back. I think she was the director of patient relations. So we talked, and I told her about, the 90% of the visit was excellent, very good experience for me, but it was just this at the tail end of it. I had this experience with the nurse, and I really left feeling embarrassed and upset that I had made her so sick, that my perfume had affected her nose so badly. So, and I said to her, I said, well, I realize that people are sensitive and there's people that have allergies. And I said to her that I also realize that not everyone is friendly and bubbly and open. Some people are more reserved and not friendly. And maybe, this is how this nurse is in general. That's just her personality. So then she says to me, well, that's nice of you to give her the benefit of the doubt. But let me just say this. We here at this hospital don't care what kind of personality you have. If you work for us, when you are on duty, we expect you to provide a certain level of care and customer service to each and every patient. She then said, before I went into administration here at the hospital, I worked with patients, and I could tell you, there were scents sometimes that we would get from these patients, that I wished it was perfume that I was smelling and that I could complain about. So I was like, wow. So then she says, let me ask you a question. Do you think it was more than your perfume? Because I had told her that I'm transgender and that I've been an activist for many years and all. So she said, do you think it was more than the perfume? So I said to her, listen, as a trans person that has been around the block a number of times, I mean, I'm pretty experienced. I've been through a lot. I am a pretty good judge of character. And my sensors are very fine-tuned. I pick up on shit quick, okay? And usually I'm right. I pick up on energy and vibes really quick. And so usually I'm right. And I said to her, I said, I think it was more than my perfume. I actually think that maybe my perfume was used. That was the excuse, but it was more the fact that I am a transgender woman. And you all know how Jamaicans can be when it comes to my type. Although, honey, I've had a number of Jamaican boyfriends, so I don't want to hear this shit. It's a bunch of hypocrisy. So radical, but yet and still behind closed doors. So, anyway. But yeah, so I told her that. So I said, but listen, by no means do I want what I'm saying about this particular nurse to affect the other staff that I dealt with, because the majority of them were excellent. And I said to her, I said, but what I'm hoping is that if this happens again, maybe this particular nurse can handle it a little differently. Okay, then, the antics, maybe excuse herself, have another nurse come in and, handle things for the little bit of time I was going to be there until I left. I mean, I'm sure there were other options that they could have come up with. So anyway, she said to me, don't you worry, I'll make sure that everyone that you commended will know about it. And she says, but I'm also going to make sure that this particular nurse, is spoken to about what happened. And I thanked her, and I said, I'm just so sorry that my perfume made you so sick. Let me stop. I didn't say that to her, but I thanked her. She was so nice, the lady from Patient Relations. So I just wanted to share with you guys. What do you all think? Do you think maybe I read into it a little too much? I just thought the whole antics of it, the whole holding the nose and getting the mask and everything in front of me, I felt that it was more than the perfume. Well, anyway, I can't wait to hear from you all. You all can certainly give me your opinions. I love to hear from all my wonderful family, friends, and supporters around the world. Well, love, peace, and blessings, everyone, from LA. And I'll keep you posted on things. Now, where's that Bruno Mars? Oh my God, I gotta find him. Please, Bruno Mars, call me. He doesn't have my number, but I still want him to call. Love you guys.